What's going on, everybody? It's John of the Team Brothers back in another video, and today I'm going to talk about a anime that came out on Netflix that I feel like was good, but it didn't really go into depth and the potential that the show has, and I'm hoping it has a second season. So that show that I'm talking about, which is an anime, which is a recurrent theme here on the Tatum Brothers. We really like to watch anime and cartoons and anything like that, movies. All of you like to do it. But the show that I'm talking about, that I'm hoping gets a second season so that we can kind of get a little more insight in the characters. And so the anime that I am talking about is Cannon Busters. Yes, Cannon Busters, for me, was a decent show. Like I said, I feel like they could have done a little more things. If you like animes like Cowboy Bebop, Voltron, I mean, it's not an anime, but like freaking Teenage Robot, My Life as a Teenage Robot, if you like that kind of stuff, it kind of has like a mixture of all that stuff in there at once. And for me, I think they kind of relied a lot on being funny, which it was, and it kind of kept me coming back to the show because it's a pretty easy watch. It's not super hard to kind of follow along with the story. It's pretty plain, just to say the least. But it's fun. It's a fun ride. But I recommend that people who like anime and kind of like those ones I just mentioned not so long ago, that to give it a watch and kind of get your own feel, and we can kind of get that same feel of me, like, hey, it's decent, but I feel they're missing the pieces, and that second season will kind of push it to the next level and make it really good. What Cannon Busters is about is a guy named Philly the Kid. He kind of looks like Spike from Cowboy Bebop, and what he is, he's like on a warpath to get to Boudica. It was just a place where the kingdom, where there's a king, queen, all that good stuff, where they kind of make the rules, and he's trying to get back to them because things has happened to him that he's trying to resolve, and he feels like he needs to get there in order to get to his main mission. And on his way there, he runs through a whole host of characters like Sam, who's a robot from Boudica. But the thing is, the reason why he runs into Sam is because she's looking for one of her friends, which is a prince who's at Bosco. He's got kidnapped, and now she's looking around all over the country looking for her friend, basically. And Sam is a droid, so her main job is to protect this prince with her life, do whatever she got to do to protect this kid and don't let him get taken away. And the one job that she has, she failed. But as you go through the anime, you kind of see why that happened and kind of go from there. And like I said, those are the two main characters. There's also other ones that are in there as well, but I'm not going to go into it. I'm kind of going to let you guys go ahead and watch it, kind of get your own feel of it. And overall, like I said from the beginning, I liked it. Can be better. And one thing about the show that kind of kept me coming back was, one, I mean, the characters are black. In anime, it's fair to see that it's fair to say that there's not a lot of melanated characters in anime, and if they do, they're always the exaggerated features with the big nose and the black lips and huge lips. And this is refreshing. It's kind of have like melanated characters that without the exaggerated features. And yeah, so that was definitely refreshing for me. And on top of that, the theme song to this show was bumping. Let me tell you, I would literally every single time I would play this intro, without a doubt. When on Netflix it says skip intro, nope, it's right through. I'm watching that intro. I will jam to that intro every single time. It's so live. If everybody sees the show, you know what I'm talking about. For me, it kind of has that little jazzy and gospel. It's live. It's live. It's rapping, singing, all of it. I love it. So if you like music, if you like Cowboy Bebop, if you like all that kind of stuff, I think you'll enjoy it. But with that being said, being realistic, like I said, they left a lot of things out of the first season because I think they're trying to set up for the second season, which makes sense. But I feel they kind of left so much out that it may kind of lose traction of people wanting to go back and watch it. But for me, I'm actually excited because I wanted to see how they bring depth into these characters and how they kind of go about it. I mean, the show originally started out as a comic by a guy named LaShawn Thomas, and he's kind of worked with the companies all over the place, from Britain to Japan and all that stuff. So it's definitely come a long way, and I think that I kind of hope it's kind of like Dragon Prince, which is also another show that's on Netflix, but I maybe talking about it too, where the first season was kind of slow and dry, and I was like, why am I watching this? And then the second season came around, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, it's actually kind of good. So I'm hoping that's the same kind of effect that this show has as well too. And yeah, so but overall, I think it's worth the watch. I would rate it around like a 6.5-ish, around that range. So it's not horrible, but like I said, there's a lot of potential left in the anime for it to be really good. And yeah, I mean, the characters kind of have one mission, and as the anime progresses, they kind of like detour to a different type of mission. So I'm really interested to see how they go about it and what they do as anime progresses. Well, that's all I have for you guys today on Cannon Busters. Let us know if there's any anime that you suggest that we should watch, and we may go ahead and watch it and give our little insight on what we thought about it. And if you like this kind of content, let us know, and go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you next one. Much love.